Hello friends, how are you? Breaking news today. London, February 20th, Reuters breaking views. In 2011, U.S. President Barack Obama announced America's pivot to Asia opens new tab only for conflicts from Afghanistan to Ukraine to bog him down. In Brussels last week, however, newly installed Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth renewed the United States' pledge to refocus on China. It might seem that Uncle Sam has left it a bit late, given the Middle Kingdom's rise in the intervening years. Yet emerging fault lines in China's economic strategy suggest that now might be an opportune moment for the pivot after all. U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance's speech at last week's Munich Security Conference hogged the headlines. Yet Hegseth's earlier remarks, opens new tab at NATO's Brussels headquarters, contained a more practical pointer to the future of geopolitics. His message was unambiguous: stark strategic realities prevent the United States of America from being primarily focused on the security of Europe. Chief amongst those realities is China, which Hegseth called a peer competitor with the capability and intent to threaten our homeland and core national interests in the Indo-Pacific. It is not hard to see why Hegseth has reached this conclusion. Since the turn of the millennium, not only has China's military strengthened prodigiously, but its domestic economy has also experienced an ascent unseen in world history. Its GDP has grown more than tenfold to become the only global U.S. rival. Its manufacturing sector, which is especially critical for military clout, now accounts for nearly a third of all global capacity. With the so-called Sputnik moment of DeepSeek's R1 artificial intelligence model, the United States has reason to fret about its technological lead as well. The international aspect of China's economic rise has been fundamental to its emergence as a superpower too. In 2000, more than three-quarters of countries shared more trade with the United States than with the People's Republic. By 2020, the position reversed. That had a critical financial corollary. 2.5 decades of generating foreign currency earnings as the world's exporter-in-chief allowed China to amass the largest stockpile of foreign wealth the world has ever seen, totaling some $4.5 trillion at the end of 2023 if Hong Kong is included, according to the Brookings Institution. In the first decade of the new millennium, China mostly directed these foreign savings into the U.S. Treasury market. After 2008, however, the country switched to a more proactive strategy. Under the Belt and Road Initiative, it diverted external surpluses into a vast network of infrastructure investment projects across the developing world. Thus, as of mid-2024, China's holdings of U.S. Treasuries had nearly halved, opens new tab from their peak of $1.3 trillion in late 2013. Meanwhile, its portfolio of loans to emerging market sovereigns grew to between $1.1 trillion and $1.3 trillion, according to estimates, opens new tab from researchers at AidData. A second pillar of Beijing's international economic strategy has been the internationalization of its currency. Progress on promoting third-party use of the Chinese yuan in trade and finance has been slow. But China continued to lay the necessary foundations by pressing ahead with the liberalization of its capital account, opens new tab, the establishment of its U.S. dollar alternative cross-border interbank payment system, CIPS, opens new tab, and the piloting of a digital yuan, opens new tab. The threat to the greenback status as the world's primary reserve currency may yet be distant, but the new U.S. administration, for one, is nonetheless on high alert.